We're live.
Hello, everyone. Happy evening. Happy Sunday. What's going down? Welcome, everyone, to a very every Sunday special here on Dragons Sunday, as we just named between Dragonlance, Dragon's Rebirth, and the campaign that we're going to talk about in just a second. But my name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob on the internets, and there's a cup over here that says Duval Master on it that I don't know where it went, but it's also right here, right where you see right there. That's cool because this is my campaign, damn it, and it's gonna be awesome. So, with that being said, welcome everyone to episode 40 of. Oh no, your horns! Dragons!
Go Dragons!
Dude, like my fucking voice cracked like 3 times. What is happening? I had to call myself out for that. No singing tonight, Jacob Plick. That's not happening. But anyway, yes, that's fucking right. There's 40 of these motherfuckers. Why hasn't Maddie canceled this? I don't even know.
I cancel this. Are you kidding?
I know, right? Of course not. Of course not. Happy to be here with all of you wonderful people. So yeah, before we get into it, gotta introduce these wonderful people that I get to play with all the time, and that's super fun. So this time we're gonna start with Maddie.
Oh, hey, what's up, folks? I'm Maddie, aka SoMattyGameZ. I use he, him pronouns, and I play the dumpster fire that is Ryla Rumblebelly, who is a petiefling sorcerer warlock, who is not wise, but super cute and has a pseudo dragon named Pepper. And I'm like 2'10" and orange.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that really puts it all together, really, very nicely in a little, in a wee little bow. Magic. It's a Jess.
Oh, hey, hi, howdy, hello, it's me. Hi, I'm Jess of FreckleSketches everywhere. And tonight I'm also Zakria. Zakria uses she, her pronouns. I use she, they pronouns. Zakria is our Fire Genasi Paladin, resident mother of the Peacekeepers, and super awesome badass with a lizard mount.
True. Facts. Lizard, beetle, lizard, all wonderful. And she's not new anymore. She's ingrained in this sumbitch. Jay, say hello to the people.
Hi, people. Hi, I do things. Hi. I'm Jay. I use she, her pronouns. And I am playing Rune, the Goliath Paladin, who has a heart of gold and an ass that could wreck your world.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Snap that shit. Yeah, it's okay, Chris. You're next.
I figured. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris, and I'm playing Satur, the half-elk, or half-orc, half-orc. Blah. It's one of those nights already. It's going to be great.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I'm playing the half-orc paladin. Wow.
What is happening tonight?
I don't know. I need to go to sleep. It's been a long weekend. So I'm playing Satur, the half-orc barbarian lightning rod that Jacob likes to toss lightning bolts at. Hopefully I don't get any tonight. We'll see how it goes. But if it happens, I might be smoking by the end of the night.
One way to find out. Last but certainly not least, it's Jeremy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeremy, better known as Darth Intruder everywhere. I'll be playing Dante D. Winters, the Dampier Druid, also group mascot, Dara Gordon.
I mean, that's an accurate statement. For sure. So, what happened last time? A lot. So much. First things first, letters. Because we, even though it's very difficult for us, started a new day. Doesn't happen very often. And the Peacekeepers were woken up by a few letters. Or actually one in particular, which mail. One from their I would say dearly departed, but she's alive. Somewhere in time, maybe. As Orscreet, our former peacekeeper, maybe still peacekeeper. They weren't removed from the peacekeeping club.
What is this, Jacob? What are you doing to her right now? Mom is getting mad.
Oh, nothing. But sent out a love letter, sort of a status update of the goings on with and the research of not research, but the plans to summon Lavos, as well as find out a little bit more about Wur's past. By past, I mean future, because Wurscreet's apparently from the future of some sort. Also, while letting Rilo know that he created a really cool scar for Thyreus, a receipt, if you will. But of course, breakfast was being served downstairs. Dante was the first person to head down and ran into this incredibly awesome Goliath paladin by the name of Rune. They got to talking a wee bit, and eventually majority of the wonderful peacekeepers got to meet, and eventually deciding to hitch along the peacekeeping wagon, all while this general merriment of drinks, because Clayton, our lovely tiefling bartender, discovered and created a new beverage based off of the mushrooms that they found in the woods of Chihak, which is really awesome, as well as but that got a little bit weird for our dear heart of the party Satir, who decided to step outside and have a woosah, and have a conversation with Mary, Sue, and Bert, which was eventually interrupted by our dear friend Bradshaw, this goblinoid sorcerer, head of the Shadow Initiative, who plans to take that little bubble barrier that's protecting the rich from the poor and obliterate it, and let them know. Not only was he serious, he now has blueprints, which he was originally going to hire the peacekeepers to do, but they negotiations didn't go well so much last time. But this time, it seems that they got at least the verbal best of him, at least for now. Especially a well-timed counterspell by Rilo. Not that he knows. Well, with a wink, maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't. And a bit of even though a somber situation, one that seemed to bring everyone together, including Rune, who realized in the moment that Bradshaw's actually been a client of theirs before, sort of connecting some of the dots, as well as checking in on the I don't actually know. Is Elaine your wife or a partner? Actually. You're muted.
She's my wife.
Checking in on the waifu. Back home. Wifey. And who checked in a little bit, gave some updates. All seems to be well, etc. But before, as essentially doubling down, heading to Capitol, the capital of the Commonwealth of Lobra, to the south. But before that, they got a brunch date with Reese Inakrana, who is the archmage that hired them to grab some really strange Behir, these large lizard creatures that are made of lightning and stuff. But they've only got one, and they kind of really don't want to give him anymore. And also that storm seemed to have disappeared, so that's also weird. So yeah, like I said, a lot happened. But after a bit of a go team and a resolution to where Rune is going to sleep in the Instant Fortress, i.e. Rilo, Sam, Gus slumber party, much to Zakaria's, I don't know if chagrin is fair to say, but planning ahead for what's to come, I'm certain. The proverbial button on the golem that was gifted to the party was pressed, and you were all shunted to what you believe to be Reese's location, as you are now all standing in a beautiful foyer of this large house. This beautiful wooden floor that seems to almost like shine as if freshly polished, with a large brown circular carpet all around, and sconces of a collection of lights all around, showing no areas of darkness in this room, with two sets of staircases that seem to go up to what you assume is a second floor, as well as the distant smell of champagne and strawberries, with a hint of eggs and perhaps some other breakfast meats sort of beginning to enter your nostrils. That is precisely where we pick up our game tonight, as I switch to this particular music that I've been waiting to play.
I smell breakfast meats.
So breakfast meats.
More of that. Sorry, I hate that type of magic. I thought we were walking to his place.
I honestly thought so also. I was told that the golem would lead us there. And then I think the GM had a moment and said, you know what, fuck it. And we got shunted. So
We're already fourth breaking again. Cool.
I always.
I feel like this is an exception. I love it. I'm totally down.
I feel like somebody's being called out for like this is what wizards do, man. Like spellcaster's gonna spell, right? That's all good.
Just gonna spell.
Yeah.
As you are getting your bearings, you do hear a voice that is familiar to Satir and Zakria. Oh, we're in here. Come on over. And as it sounds like Reese coming from the west.
Oh, who's we? Is Reese married?
Don't know.
I didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
I'll take point in case anything's weird. Just stay closely behind.
Oh, okay.
He did tell you that he was married.
Mom also didn't ask.
This is true. It came up during the food conversation. But yeah, so you're staying in a foyer. And Zakria mentioned leading, but
yeah.
Closely behind her as she instructed.
I'll do before I follow behind. I'd like to do a perception check to see what's in this area. Do I see? Is it like? Are we in a building, or we have just a foyer? Is it? What's all else? What else is around us besides?
Sure. Roll them up, homie. Matter of fact, one on all of you. Go ahead and do it.
Well, I remember we were. Someone said something about a magnificent mansion, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Perception, you say?
So that would be a wow. It's starting off great for me. A 9.
A 9. Nice.
I crit.
Ooh.
For 20.
Was it the Duval dice again?
It was the Zakria dice, yes.
Oh, Zakria dice this time. Nice. Hell yeah.
I got
love that for you.
I got a 19.
Hey.
Ooh.
On my brand new dice I bought for.
Love it. Dante? What about you? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Oh, holding. Zakria, what about you?
17.
All right. So we'll start with what everybody sees, and we'll get back to Dante's roll in a second.
5.
A 5? Oh, perfect.
No,
Oh,
25.
that's better. That's more like Dante. So, what everyone sees, all right, what everyone sees is the just out in front, right above, or right below, actually, where some of these small sconces are two sets of portraits. One person in the portrait is very familiar, the one on the left-hand side, which is Reese, who Rune, you're seeing for the first time, has this large like mop of blonde hair with streaks of gray that's tied back into a small ponytail. 5 o'clock shadow of blonde, blondish beard, and a bit of a piercing blue-eyed facial expression and smile. And he is wearing these large blue robes that seem to be covered in stars and constellations. And on the right-hand side, you actually see a tiefling woman of purple in color that is wearing this, at least from this top, this because about the portrait sort of cuts off at the middle, what appears to be the beginning of a very beautiful red dress with kind of like frills on either side. It sort of comes down to about here, right in the middle. And there are like sets of 2 tables, like those tables you have in foyers for like to throw your keys on, like that kind of thing. And they have kind of, and there is 2 double doors in front of you. One set of double doors that is open, where you heard Reese talking, and another set of double doors on the right side as well. And as I mentioned, 2 sets of stairs that seem to go to hallways up into the second floor. And for those of you that rolled above a 20, you, aside from the smells that you hear the sounds of from upstairs of sort of walking, just like kind of small creaks on the wood, and the sounds of wildlife, like birds, and which is a little strange considering you're probably inside of a house. And you, it's really funny because you, those same folks that rolled above a 20, you also see on the left-hand side this collection of large kind of blue light, then yellow, then green, then red, and it just continues to circle on the left side. But that's pretty much what you see.
And it was
and the chandelier upstairs.
It was actually a 28, Jacob. I was looking at Devin's character sheet first.
Nice. Let's see. But yeah, that's about it from this particular vantage point.
I'll take a moment. I'll take a moment and point out that, for everyone's notice, this is Reese. I'll point it out in the painting.
Uh-huh.
We should probably not keep him waiting.
We're going. You're the one who stopped. Come on, man.
He looks real fancy, and like Rune's just kind of like observing like the picture, just kind of like taking in all the little details. Just
sure.
Yeah,
he looks to be in his mid 40s. There's some kind of age creases, things like that.
Who's the? I kind of like look to Sator. Do you know who the tiefling woman is?
I think that's his wife.
I would guess. Let's find out. So,
Yeah.
Held this up long enough.
And a blonde guy. I'm feeling I'm fitting right in. Right.
Okay. So you cut around, and you hear sounds of kind of like cutlery as you peek your way into a small carpeted hallway, and you cut around to the right, and the doors are open from there. If you look to your left, you see the outline, and you can hear the crackling of fire from a very large study. There it looks to be several sets of large, like, love seats and couches, about reddish and brown in color. And as you kind of peek into the dining room, Reese and this tiefling are sitting on opposite ends of this enormous table that could seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, could seat 12 people. It is ginormous. And they both stand up. Welcome. It's good to see all of you. I know I've met a few of you. Just in case I've not been formally introduced, or if you don't know who I am, I'm Reese Anakrana, and this is my wife, Miss Vari. She's like, "Oh, hello. It's very nice to meet you."
Oh my God, it's totally nice to meet you too. My name is Ryla Rumblebelly. Hi.
Ryla, very nice, very nice. Yes. And I believe you must be Zakria, yes?
Yes.
And Satir? Is that right?
Hi.
And
yes.
and about the rest of you. By the way, please come in.
It smells wonderful.
Oh, and by the way, if it sometimes can get a wee bit stuffy in here, and I've been sort of making fun of Reese for misplaying his incantation in this particular portion of the mansion. But if you're feeling a little bit studgy or you want to get some fresh air, we could actually move this upstairs. We actually have a large table that we typically use for things like meetings, if you need us to. But this is where we can this is more the cozy dining area.
Oh, it's outside upstairs. Oh, that's what that is. Cool. Wow.
Well, and the spread is pretty familiar in comparison to what you saw at the Brass Tacks Inn. A little less on the presentation side, because this is in comparison to what you saw with that breakfast charcuterie board. There is a large plate of eggs, bacon, as well as a large stack of waffles and pancakes, a large bowl of an assortment of fruits. And on the back end of the room is something very different, though. And now, with your waffles, do you prefer certain types of syrups or chocolate or anything else? Because we can make that work for you. And she points, and at the back end of the room is what appears to be a large syrup fountain, about 5 feet high, that is just waiting to be dipped in. And whenever you're ready, she snaps a finger, and then you see it, the fountain changes into chocolate.
Oh my God.
She snaps again, and it changes into maple syrup. She snaps again, and it changes into honey.
Oh.
If you have any requests, it wouldn't take me long.
Oh, just like everything. And I'm just gonna walk up and grab some waffles and head to the back. I am not wasting any time.
All right.
Oh my God, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's bigger than I am.
She seems to chuckle at that. Well, have a seat anywhere.
Friend.
Wherever you like. Also, do mimosas, poinsettias? What are you taking? Straight champagne. All right. And there's a flash, and you see the outline of this small humanoid halfling it appears that is wearing a large green tuxedo, and just like appears out of nowhere. All right, yep, got you here, and just pours a glass of champagne, and then makes a mimosa out of it, and hands it to Satir.
As I reach for it, I'm a little shaky taking it back from you. Thank you, sir.
Yep, no problem.
And I'll sit down.
And he'll sort of in like a puff of smoke, and then appear in front of you, Zakaria, with a mimosa in front of you.
No thanks. I don't drink this early in the morning. I appreciate it.
There enough. Passes it to Dante.
Dante
All right.
refrains.
Not the party type, no problem. And hands it to Rune.
I don't mean to be rude, but you got an ale?
I can. And he just points his finger, and you see the actual color of the orange juice and champagne mixture just morph into this dark ale. And it just changes as he lines the finger up and hands it to you.
Whoa.
Appreciate it.
I'll get a proper glass for you this next. Just give me just a minute.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. Magic.
He disappears completely mid-sentence, and then reappears with a large glass frosted mug.
And Rune's just gonna take it and just kind of like look at, like give like side looks, like Sakara, like, are your clients always this
No.
Like, okay.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't drank anything yet. I'm just still. The glass is shaking in my hand at the moment.
And Reese sort of has a seat. Well, again, welcome to our home. It's wonderful to make your acquaintance officially. So how are things? Small talk and stuff.
Things are actually not that bad. Barring the trouble we had in the desert finding your creatures there.
Right to business then. All right.
Oh, there's a lot going on. If anything,
Really?
we were. Oh yeah. Are you not looking around? You were wandering around town last we saw you. I'm sure you know the state of things currently.
No, yes, of course, yes. It's a shame, really.
Unless your realm here is under a rock or something, I'm not too sure you're.
Well, when you, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry, was that rude?
Just a little blunt.
That's all right.
I'm not good at small talk.
I'm pretty blunt. And as far as like, dear, you're awful at it. I don't even know why you're even attempting to say that you're blunt. He's actually quite the little marshmallow. So don't mind him.
He's
In
really
front of
tall,
Coven.
Marshmallow.
Anyway, and like he seems like he's like, really? And anyway, so of course, first of all, help yourself, and happy to provide refills on whatever you're imbibing, alcoholic or non. Yes. So how you mentioned you did receive one, though not, or did take care of one, but not living, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we're not quite done with attempting to acquire them. I believe creatures this dangerous should still be obtained, captured, detained, whatever you need to call it. Wandering around the desert is not safe for travel for others, and there's quite a few just hazards to the desert already as it is. Adding another is, as peacekeepers, it's not in our best interest.
I see.
So
you don't mean to have... You mean to just this to be a portion? You're going to go back to the well, as they say?
If permitted. We do have some business more in the capital, so it will take us some time, but
certainly.
we would like to continue attempting until this job is done, personally.
Well, that's wonderful news. I was, if I'm being honest, anticipating you moving on elsewhere, and me being a little bit stuck, if I'm being honest.
If I may be so bold as to ask, to what ends do you need these creatures alive, or even their carcasses? I understand it was in the realm of research, but considering how dangerous these beings were, we are a little bit concerned with what we're doing with these corpses or living creatures. Just for the sake of safety's interest and I guess our peace of mind.
Inside one of those things, wasn't it? Yeah.
Inside one.
That could help your research. Speaking of, I'm sure Rilo wouldn't be opposed to talking about his experience inside of one of them.
All right.
But just for safety's sake, and even a guarantee that if we do return one to you alive, that it won't get out again would be fantastic.
If I may, speaking of bluntness, isn't typically this isn't one of those situations where the money sort of allows you to not really worry about all of that?
No.
Or is it because you're peacekeeping, and so that's what sort of, it's not a mercenary work where you just sort of don't ask questions and you just do the thing? Yep.
Unfortunately,
right,
peacekeeping comes first for me.
I see. Well, first things first. How, when it comes to research of this magnitude, I certainly hope it is for the betterment of everyone, though I do admit some folks could be hurt. It's kind of why I brought you all into this, for that concern. But typically, with some of the experiments that I do, it's about unlocking potential and understanding how certain pieces or schools of magic and the creatures and monsters of our world come together.
Yeah, because to my knowledge, those things aren't supposed to be able to use magic, but that one could. That was like, whoa.
Oh. Years of research went into these three.
Well, good job, man. If you're going for big, scary, and hungry, yeah, fully.
Well, the hope is we could certainly utilize these if, there's not to say that we want another war, but it could be utilized from a military armament perspective as a leg up, secret weapon, even.
With all due respect, if they escaped and you had issues controlling them previously to the point where you needed mercenaries to go reacquire them, what's to say that you can continue controlling them? I feel like this is a valid concern.
I think it is as well.
I'd rather be straightforward and not beat about the bush.
And if I'm being honest, I appreciate that. I really do. Though I would argue that perhaps once we get things moving, this would no longer be a solo problem. and then I will have some additional resources in which to not have to be worried about them going bump in the night on their own, outside of my domain, if you will.
Okay.
I don't follow.
Well, essentially, if I take them to the capital and give them to the Seven, then
Right. Yeah. Okay.
and they have means in
Sure.
which to resolve that situation.
Yeah. Boy, I don't really like that.
No?
No, they would. Yeah. That's really
No,
cool.
certainly.
I can see.
Uh,
Yeah. Wow. Huh.
I hate to show my ignorance here. What
Oh no,
what
that's all right.
what exactly are you researching or working on?
Combining the abilities of, let's say, the fauna of the outside world with the history and arcana of knowledge. Especially if it's something that we can control.
So you're trying to fuse together natural things with magic.
That's a way of explaining it, certainly.
And then trying to control that magic.
I wouldn't say control that magic, but sort of, you know how you train dogs to do tricks? That sort of thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a form of control.
Well, tomato, tomato.
Uh-huh. Yeah, did it ever maybe occur to you that some things are just going to do what they do, and maybe the more you try to teach something a trick for your benefit, the thing might learn a new trick to your detriment?
It's possible.
Just food for
But
thought.
with all due respect, how would I know until I find out?
Yeah. I suppose you're right.
Now, is your only interest in giving this to the Seven? Is this your only goal here?
Not necessarily. Just seemed like the natural fit.
So, and again, I don't mean this with any disrespect. You're essentially becoming some sort of an arms dealer. So, should a nation need some sort of muscle, you would be happy to provide said muscle for, I suppose, a fee for research, for not generally. That
No,
you
not
don't have
for-
to explain to me, but I
Certainly.
don't think you're.
But if
low
you
on
must know,
cash.
if you must know, well, I appreciate that. But if you must know, it would not be for profit. It would go back into further research.
So, I mean, I can see the defensive applications to this would be like astronomical, and it doesn't all have to be like full-on war and stuff. And you're not doing it for profit. You're doing it for like learning. That's cool.
No.
I can dig that.
Well, good.
If I may, do the morals of whatever nation you're providing these creatures to matter to you at all?
Being honest, I haven't gotten that far. But, considering the ceasefire and all of that, I mean, I grew up down south, so call it a weird loyalty play. So I never really considered taking it up north, if I'm being honest.
Oh, where'd you grow up?
Oh, in the southwestern district.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, my family, we're just right outside the capital, to the west. We're the, we're farmers. They're farmers.
Really, just that would be over to the northwest.
Yeah.
Nice. It's really pretty out there.
Yeah.
Your folks are lucky.
Oh, they really are. It's great location and stuff. Great place to like grow up. Unless you're like an orange tiefling, then it's a little weird. But
Miss Vari sort of like leans in. She's been sort of futzing around with like a piece of bacon. Really, Rilo? It was tough growing up down south.
it wasn't easy. Just being different from like my whole family is just kind of was always a little random. Random difficulties is what I used to call it.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, you have my condolences then.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
It's a lot of what I've seen so far has been making me very upset. I grew up in the rich district in Okeechobee, and I didn't really know about the other side of things. My parents clearly protected me from a lot.
Oh man.
It was only really after Reese and I started. He kind of squeezes his hand. Started coming to get dating. That I started to see some of the unfairness that I was protected from. And if I'm being honest, I think I don't know if I'd go so far to say I resent my folks, but I would have rather seen it with my own eyes. So.
I get that. I couldn't even imagine what it was like growing up in a place like Okeechobee, because wow, the place is bonkers. Ooh. But
You know those little things that clean up stuff? Have you heard of those? Have you been?
We went. We were there for a little bit. Yeah.
And Reese goes, "Oh, honey, they don't need to. No, they should know. Reese made that happen.
Whoa.
That's the research that he's talking about. It's not just this military stratagem." He sort of like shuffles in his chair, so not like uncomfortable, but like at the sort of that information.
Can I do an insight on Reese real quick, just for my own?
I was about to also.
Mhm.
Sure.
May.
Yeah.
So Reese, wow, I would love to chat about all of that stuff. I find that fascinating.
14.
I also got a
14.
14. Hey, Paladins.
Hey, Pally 14.
Pally forwards.
Natural 23.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Okay, Sator.
All
Be
right,
a
let
real
me.
filth.
Oh, goodness gracious. I have some messages to deliver to Minuto.
It's,
Talk amongst yourselves, etc.
the funny thing is like Ryla's proficient in insight, and he never insight checks anybody.
My alarms were just going off like,
Because he just doesn't really
Yeah, mine too.
even care. You know, he's in the moment.
With all this, you know, the cleanup things and everything else that you say you're thinking about, why would you turn your talents towards war?
It's not war. It's protection.
Yeah, defense.
Those beasties are not defense.
Well, I think that they would definitely deter a invasion and stuff like that. Like
Milo, think about it for 2 seconds, my friend. That was not a defensive creature.
oh, I know. Like I was inside it and everything like that.
Hey,
But it's just like what I'm saying is, like that's.
I mean no disrespect,
Oh,
but there are so many other things your talents could be made for.
well, that's actually that kind of brings up something a curious question. So was your research, with these creatures, like, did it start in that direction, or was it like essentially a direction you were led to as you were going through the discovery of things?
If I'm being honest, it was a bit of trial and error. Sort of if and what statement, if you will.
Like a curiosity,
Absolutely.
scientific curiosity.
150%.
So
Nobody
are-
asked.
So you're no, but what it sounds like is, you're a scientist, you're a thinker, and everything, and you experiment, and
Yeah.
then something, you find something and you go, okay, how can this be applied? It's just the thing. So I don't think it's anything like, it doesn't sound like Reese set out to like become an arms dealer and whatnot, like,
Visvari, it laughs at that. That's kind of cute, yes.
but I mean, it's like, of course, you can't, I don't know, like as a scientist or as a thinker, as a researcher and stuff like that, like once you find something, you gotta share it. Let people know. Let's share the knowledge and stuff like that. I don't know. It seems like on the up and up to me, but
Here's the thing.
and
It can seem as innocent as it wants, but once these creatures are out of his hands, barring a major kill switch that only he has, what other people do with these creatures may pin the intent on him, even if he doesn't mean it that way.
And to be fair, no one person should be able to control something of that magnitude. If what I'm picking up is correct, it sounds to me like you're trying to make something that maybe should be best kept alone.
It's not control, it's addition. It's a simple math problem.
These aren't numbers you're dealing with. These aren't
No?
abstract equations that have no feelings or no thoughts or no opinions or no judgments. These are living things, flora, fauna, animal. They have opinions, they have feelings. And the minute you start disregarding those feelings, that's when things tend to get messy. And like you can kind of see Rune is kind of starting to like tense up since this is a very sensitive subject for her.
His facial expression sort of changes in the way that you would all know is someone is biting their lip. And then he sort of releases it and says, and I mean this with, and his eyes kind of cut to Zakaria for a second, also with no disrespect. But you haven't done the research and experimentation that I have. I appreciate the opinions, but things are moving in a good way. Does this change given this information, does this change your willingness to assist me now?
I think we'll need some time to discuss it, but a promise is a promise. We have one creature for you. That is for sure.
All right.
As per the remaining...
He could have noisily stabs a waffle.
As per the remaining, if we decide to not continue assisting you, you will know. But do know that since we know there are 2 others out in this desert, we will still be going after them in the name of peace. You do have your 1 carcass, but we may not return the other 2. We don't have that decision yet, but just so you know. Is that fair?
He kind of starts to like, you kind of see the there's the vein in his head like sort of pops up a little bit as he's a little upset, and as far as just kind of squeezes his hand. It's fine, dear. I'm sure you'll come to a decision with all the information that you have, and we'll figure this out.
Can I put one more thing on the table here?
He smiles and he's sort of like, sure.
If you could guarantee me with 110% certainty that these beings will not be used to incite or fuel war, we still have a deal. No questions asked. If you can guarantee me that these will be used for peace only, defensively, to keep peace, if I can have that guarantee from you, then our deal stands. And with that, Zakaria is going to cast Zone of Truth. Not hiding anything. She's just...
As that happens, I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
As he says, let's double down and make sure that you do what you said you're going to do in the first place. Rilo.
I got a 19.
You save. Against me.
Oh. You also save against me.
28.
That's another success. Satir?
That would be a 23 for me.
Also a success. Rune. You're can't hear you.
Oh, Mike's being buggy. That's a 9 for me.
That's a 9. That's a failure.
Sure is.
You guys
Okay.
remembering your paladin or?
Yeah, add
Oh.
4 for the paladin. Well, 4 from Mom. I don't know what Rune adds. Is it also 4?
No, your charisma's a little higher than hers, I believe.
That's without the paladin aura, so mine's even higher than that.
It's a failure now because you because you bragged.
So wait,
I'm
do
just
I
kidding.
add? Oh,
add a
wait.
+4. Yours.
Oh.
So on your character sheet for your stats, yours is
Okay, I got
already
that.
added.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
because of my aura, you add a +4.
Correct.
I do see it now.
Wow.
Yes, that actually makes that. Was it 9, 13?
That's still a failure.
Yeah, I'm like it's not great.
Zakaria?
She's going to choose to fail.
Interesting. Well, your own zone of truth, but not. I'm assuming not what I'm doing because you don't know what I'm doing yet.
No, Zakaria is going to put faith in this dude.
Interesting.
Because she's going to choose to fail his charisma save.
Well, it'd be wisdom.
Wisdom.
But
right.
is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be wisdom.
Yeah, she's
as
choosing to fail.
Does he cast mass suggestion
Okay.
on all of you? To suggest a course of activity and magically influence you to do the thing. Which only Zakaria and Rune fail. So those of you succeed, like those words seem to just stab you in your brain as if there were a thought is being introduced on purpose to you. And Zone of Truth, he's going to you know what? I didn't do it in time, so that's fine.
Did I realize that I saved against a spell cast by him?
Unlike Zone of Truth, it's not like you would know like whether or not. So you wouldn't. I'd argue you wouldn't really know. Looking at the spell.
Did he make any verbal somatic components?
Verbal, yeah.
Verbal. Okay.
The verbal was the sentence that he said.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Make an Arcana check, Rilo.
Okay. I'm very. Oh sh. That's another crit. That's a 25.
Wow.
Jesus.
You know this. You know the spell, and you actually see on the inside of his left hand, a small and you only see it. You don't see it like perception wise. You feel the connection to the spell with that ridiculous roll. And as he's got a piece of he's like a droplet of oil on the inside of his hand. That would be the material component to the spell.
And
In the meantime,
what was the sentence he said again? Can I just?
it's essentially like the sentence to
It was do what you originally
said you were going to do initially, essentially, which is you're going to the purpose of this mass suggestion was you're going to go get the other two, is essentially what the purpose of the mass suggestion was. He Zakaria, he fails with an 11. And you probably would have counterspelled it, but he was casting a spell at the same time. So that's really fun. And Miss Fari also fails. Zone of Truth as well. So as the awkwardness and tenseness goes up another apex,
Yeah.
as the Zone of Truth
Yeah, she's gonna flourish, and the moment she jams the pole arm into the floor, the zone is just gonna cascade out from the blunt end and she'll stand there unwavering, realizing not realizing she failed anything, but she feels some presence in her mind, and just
100%.
lets it go.
Yep.
She's got full confidence in what she's doing. She's not going to worry about him.
Right. But I will say, Rune and Zakaria, yeah, you do need to go get those other two and give them to Reese.
Mhm.
Definitely. He's right.
Okay. His phrasing was go get them. He didn't say give them to Reese.
That's fair.
It also did not stipulate a time. So yeah. I'm about it. Let's go. With that cast,
You just hear as far as go, oh dear. And kind of just grabs his hands, and he doesn't say anything.
with that cast, Zakaria is going to look at him and say, "Can you guarantee me that these will be used for peace and nothing else?"
Contractually, yes. But desperate times, desperate measures.
I can respect that. And she's going to look to his significant other and ask her, how much faith do you have in him? Would you stake your life on it? I'm not threatening you. Just an ask.
She kisses him on the cheek. He already has my heart, love. Of course.
That may not be the worry that we have right now.
You're a little low, Chris.
Silly Zoom.
There we go. Yep. Know that feel, buddy. Know that feel.
The thing we may be worrying about may not be the beasties, but is he doing it to people?
Are you?
What?
Is what you're doing to these beasts also being experimented on with peoples?
Can
No.
it be done to people?
What?
Can it?
I haven't even thought to try.
You tell me that you won't, please. Magic scares me enough the way it is to think that something like this could be done to someone who doesn't want it.
You have my word that this will not move forward research-wise in regards to unwilling people.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. And Zakray is going to drop Zone of Truth. You got yourself a deal.
And as far as it goes, so back to brunch. I certainly hope, right? Remember when we were doing that? Discussing syrups and such?
I do hope we didn't make things tense. Genuinely.
Even if they were, doesn't mean the next several moments together has to be, right, dear? Yes. You're right. Sorry about the spell, I was getting desperate.
I understand.
This means a lot to me.
Zakria would like to insight him one more time, just to see like his mood, what kind of vibe he's giving off now that we kind of had this weird spell duel.
I would also like to insight this gentleman.
Are you rolling that?
Damn,
I'm gonna pee
Rilo.
really fast.
That better be a fast as fuck pee. Ooh. It's time to vamp. Hello, everybody in the chat. How are we doing?
And stuff.
And stuff.
You know.
Maddie's got super stacked Zakria dice. They're heckin' gorgeous. You can find those at SoNerdwear.com. Is what the nerds wear.
Definitely.
We have a new shipment of Duval Master Dice that came in, so we've replenished our stock there.
Maddie, we have to get Rune a set of dice.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Oh, I get dice? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We got dice, and they roll nice.
They roll
So
heckin' good.
Uh,
The Zakria
clearly
dice
they-
are fucking stacked.
Clearly they do.
Three dice.
Mom takes care of you.
Rock
And
it.
also your DMs, give them as a gift to your DMs if you want them to always kill you.
Fair enough.
So Jacob, I'm going to incite the wife to see how she feels about everything that just went on, as they are inciting him.
Okay.
I'll let everyone else go first.
I got 21.
I'm sorry, Jay, you were going to say something?
Oh no, I was actually gonna say, like while this is happening, like after everything's kind of gone on, like Rune just kind of like walks out quietly of the house, like she just leaves.
Oh,
You walk outside to the foyer, and there's no door.
You know, I'm really starting
Rune,
not to like this place.
Rune. I'm gonna run after Rune.
Okay.
19 for my number.
19. Dante, you've been quiet. Anything you've been up to during this whole thing? You've just been listening? Okay.
Zakria got a 21 for her insight.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's
Twinsies.
all close enough. He is pissed. He's a little upset. His wife is definitely trying to calm him down for sure. He has little hope that you will be returning with the other two. Satir, what'd you roll?
On the wife, I rolled a 19.
A 19. That's fun. That's really fun. That's gonna be a whisper.
Ooh.
Spaz.
I like whispers.
Rune.
So while Jacob's whispering over at
Ooh.
Chris,
I said to everybody, but fuck it. Oh well.
That's the best one.
What? Okay.
So since I said it to everybody, I'll tell everybody at home. So serious, you sort of try to read her. She looks at you with a smile, and she has these, even though she's been nothing but cheerful, she has these cold, solid blue eyes. Like there's no difference between like the iris and the pupil. It's just blue, like a blue orb. And you just nothing but static from her.
Hmm.
Rune, are you okay?
You did. There you go.
Like Rune's just gonna look at Rilo a little bit. She's trying to soften her features, but her face has kind of gotten hard set into like this kind of like furrowed brow, kind of, and like her jaw's very like clenched up.
Mm-hmm.
Men like him often have very little regard for the people that they hurt, and they use this excuse of protection and doing things for the benefit of those around them, when in fact the ones that they claim to protect are the main ones who end up being the sufferers and the victims of their so-called protection.
Hmm. You're trying to walk out of here, aren't you?
I If I thought I could break my way out of here, Rilo, not gonna lie to you, I'd already be out.
I know. Yeah. So, um, I don't want you to like try to break anything and stuff like that because it's like all like magic mansion and stuff, and it's in an interdimensional space, like a different like plane of existence and stuff. Like, there's no like Okeechovia right outside the door. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so so what I thought is maybe you and I could stay out here and we could talk, and maybe um, just from that we could start to feel a little um, calmer and and a little more okay. Um, uh, so, because I can feel the tenseness and the frustration and everything, and um, like I can get us all out of here, but I need to take us all like at the same time and stuff. um, so for now, um, while they finish whatever they're doing, you know, maybe we just talk and I just help you feel okay while we're still here.
Uh, sure,
Okay.
Rilo. And she tried, like I said, she's really trying to bring it down
Yeah,
from the face.
I get it. So what did you study like when you were in school?
I didn't really go to school.
Oh, okay.
Um, kind of let life be my teacher.
Oh,
My
yeah. Okay.
my she I mean, as I mentioned her before, she's my mother. She's a I mean she's been the only mother I've known.
Yeah.
Uh she wasn't much for reading books and writing. She was more into lessons of ass kicking. So
Oh,
yeah, she's a she's a she's a she's a handful, but without her guidance, I probably would have been dead a long time ago.
well, I'm glad you're not.
Yes, I enjoy living. Can't drink if I'm dead.
I mean, you can, but that usually like deals with like necromancy or something like that, and yeah, I don't really get into like much of that myself. Um, you know, I like casting like fire spells and healing spells um and all sorts of stuff. Oh, uh, also, like protections and things and counters and dispels and whatnot. As if there is a spell on rune at this moment, I cast a spell magic. Just because I wasn't sure if they were under the influence of the suggestion or whatnot, so I just kind of attempt it. I don't know if it will make any difference, but I will cast it anyway.
What level?
It's a third.
All right. Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
You better not.
No,
say-
you did not. Seriously?
Seriously, man, it's another 20. It's a fucking 20. Look at that. I can't reach my camera. Look at that. Look at that. It's a 20 again.
Jesus Christ. Is that 3 in a row?
It's
Stack
like
decks.
not 3 in a row because
Oh, but 3 to but 3 yeah.
tonight. Yeah.
3 tonight. Jesus Christ.
That is awesome.
So you both of you, your vision leaves you as you seem to just enter this sudden area of darkness where it's just you. Rilo, are you flying? Or you're just standing on the ground, right, Rilo?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rune, you're about 5 feet away, and there's a line like of light that connects you both to this space. And then that sentence connecting you to the sureness of we need to go get those two other Bahir. Just you see it, the sentence just kind of appear in front of the both of you together, and then it just shatters like glass, and the dark space shatters like stained glass windows, and you're back inside.
Whoa.
Rilo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to answer a question for me, and I really just want a yes and a no.
Okay, I'll try that.
Did you cast a spell on me?
Yes.
Did your spell break a spell that was put on me?
Yes.
Good to know. And Rune just stomps her way back.
Wait. Hold on. I just one second, as I cast enlarge on myself and just kind of like, hold on.
There it is. I was waiting for the voice.
I was waiting for it
That
to.
deep back.
Hold on.
Like,
Hold on. It's just wait. It's cool. We will work this out, but we can't just like we're in this guy's magnificent mansion. We just can't just be like all going full charge and rawr because we can't get out. Yeah, it's not a great space to be angry and stuff. And I don't know how to cast calm emotions anymore.
We'll check back in on that in a second, because we gotta check in on everybody else. As that conversation, as the tenseness, perhaps just going down maybe a notch, continues. Sam is. You hear a small like glugging sound as Sam is drinking syrup from the fountain. I tried to tell him not to do that. I apologize for him. This is amazing. Why can we get one of these in the fortress tier?
I
was only half paying attention to the conversation that was being had, so I'm sorry.
I don't know if it would. Maybe. I don't know.
Miss Vari, sort of picking up on that, sort of leans in. That is why we do the experimentation, no? May I see your fortress? I am familiar with this. Do you have it with you?
Not to be rude, but
No, totally fine. We've just met and things are tense. I totally understand.
I
I'm more saying that I could, let's just say, add a feature to your home.
I think maybe if we were at a different crossroads, maybe, but not today.
Tell you what, why don't you just hold me to it, and in the future, whenever you're ready,
we'll think on it. Come to that. I've heard the comment of we'll put a pin in it. I'm not sure what that means.
put a pin in it. That's also a new one for me, darling. I
heard
don't
it at
know
one of the
that.
taverns once. I'm not
Really?
sure what it means, but it
Really?
seemed to make somebody very angry, and I don't know why.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Don't worry, dear. And she casts Lesser Restoration on Sam. And oh man, I feel so much better now. As a matter of fact, I can. No, please don't do anymore.
Dante looks at Sam and says, "Stop it."
Okay. He just floats over and sits down with a bit of a sad face. And Gus sits next to him. Well, and then there's bounding down the hallway, and then Rilo yelling after her. Oh, by the way, that would definitely be an earshot. Just so you know. So what's happening next? Rune, you have the floor.
She's just like looking at this very enlarged Rilo, but it's that look of like she is contemplating just taking him down right now. Like she's trying to keep it together. So she's like, it's that like real like cocked eyebrow, just Rilo, I know we just met each other about a day ago, and you're sweet. I really admire your character, and I admire your outlook on the world. But when you fuck with my mind, unless you're my wife, you're getting knocked out. And if I gotta go through you to knock him out, I'm more than willing to.
That's totally fair. I'm just gonna step aside and uncast my spell.
Okay. Releasing enlarge. Okay.
And Rune, like I said, continues the bounding up, bust through, like just straight up drop kicks that door in. So you
the door was open still because you. It's
like Rune goes to kick and she does that trip and you catch up and she's like,
"Yep,
you know what? I have about had it with this house and it's fucking magic and it's fucking fountain of goddamn syrups, and I'm so tired of dealing with bullshit from people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then you want to fuck with people's minds? Who the fuck gives you the right? I'm gonna kick your ass. That's
Rune, hey.
I did apologize. But
hey.
if you feel the need to do so, you are more than welcome to.
And like when the minute he says that, Rune just walks over and tries to hit him.
He stands up. And you try to sock him, roll an attack.
Need my seat, need my sheet, need my sheet, need my sheet. Come on, D&D Beyond, work with a sister.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Really?
It's a two. With the it's a two. It's a two.
Outstanding. So
Damn it, Dice.
See, I threw her off. Threw her
Yep.
off. You know?
Yep. You yeah, it was all about that, like, it's centrifugal force, right? So yeah, you walk around, bounding around, and as he stands up, and you just whiff. He doesn't even move. And just the woof, like his hair just. He just looks at you like with a bit of a puzzled look, but also like you see like immediate flop sweat as well.
And like I'm gonna like pull back and
Can we calm down? Can we please calm the fuck down? That'd be fantastic.
I tried.
What's going on here? What is happening?
Oh.
so
Yeah.
apparently this one right here, and she is like she whiffed it, and like because she's pulled back, but she's still like kind of like in his face, and like it's like so it's like just in his face. Like this one right here apparently cast some kind of spell.
I told you that I did, and I apologize.
I like how you think fucking with the mind equals just a basic apology. You don't get to fuck with minds.
I don't know if I don't know if it escalated to the point of trying to punch someone, but here we are, right?
Yeah, I don't like people in my mind trying to convince me to do something that goes against what I believe.
What do you believe?
I believe you're an asshole.
I agree.
Yeah.
And as far as like, my husband is beautiful. I love you, darling, but complete and utter asshole sometimes. So we're all agreeing, yes?
Yeah, but the problem is, there's one thing to be an asshole, but to try to impose something because you feel that your cause is greater or more just, to impose it on someone else, that's a different kind of asshole. So I'm gonna be real frank with you. The next time you try to fuck with my mind, I'm gonna work you like a hand puppet.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, I got all these things to do. Oh God. You're in timeout.
Sator stands up
Sure.
and takes off his hat.
That intimidation?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
320. He takes a step back, hands up, almost like into his wife. Allow me to give you a bit of space for future haymakers. Honey, you're still being an asshole. But I, you know what? If it had hit, I probably would have earned that. I will just say, I will say it.
Ooh.
So, Terry, you stood up.
I did. I believe that maybe it's time for us to go.
Perhaps it is.
Before anything else, accident or not, happens.
Certainly.
Rune's just staring him down. She is not breaking eye contact. She didn't move.
He's not even looking at you. He backed a pace back, and Zakria, do you still want to hold on to my golem, or what did you want to do in that regard?
just regarding getting a hold of you, it would be appreciated. It's not
Of
for
course.
combat, is that correct?
It can be.
Oh, can I hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Zakria's just gonna toss him the stone.
Okay.
Ooh, cool. Thank you for having us for this wonderful brunch. Your mansion's magnificent, and the brunch
Currently,
was
Sator is
delicious.
heaving in his breath, holding his temper.
I should yeah. The sort of hair in on Reese sort of begins to stand up, and he looks at you, Satir, as the of the lightning is beginning to surround Satir at this point.
It is currently held.
Yep.
Thanks to a good roll, but it is held.
Yeah, it is. So
did we get all our stuff out of the room before we left?
No, we're not. We've not even fully left yet. We still have to give him the carcass and get our funds and leave. So we're gathering our shit at the moment. So now is the time for pocket bacon if anybody's stealing food.
Please.
Or a fucking haversack of syrup. I don't give a shit what y'all do.
Well, I think if you try to carry anything out of here, it just like disappears, but go for it.
I think with tempers as high as they are, I think we should probably get our things and go before our new friend Mary. I mean, Rune takes someone's head off.
And Reese is just like, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yes. Where can we get your carcass out of our mansion or our tower?
Well, it's in the instant fortress. Is that what you mean to say?
Aye.
So in order to do that, you will need to set up the instant fortress.
Yes, correct.
He just sighs and how ridiculous that sounds. And if you just follow me upstairs. he takes the long way around the table. And
everyone's having a bad static hair day as they walk. 100%.
But Miss Vari looks to you, Vroom, and gives you a wink.
She's finally she has calmed down. It's still, I think it's more just the bravado at that point with refilling the rooms. So like the minute like he walks around her and he's like within her presence, she's kind of like,
sure.
And Rune's gonna look secure. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to ruin any type of agreement you had worked out with and she just kind of motions to in Reese's direction. It's just I got a real sore spot for people who try to manipulate other people.
I can't fault you for that. There's no harm done. You gotta protect you and yours. To be fair. And Zakria's gonna like lean back and make sure that they're out of earshot.
Sure. They would be leading the charge upstairs, so not a problem.
And then literally look to Dante, and Dante, could you please buddy system up with Satur up there, if you don't mind?
Dante.
I'm sorry, Jerry, you're a little quiet there. One more time.
Yep.
Dante's gonna get up and walk upstairs.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, bud. So weird. Anyway, so so you all head upstairs, and it's where did I go?
Yeah, she just asks Dante to head up with Satur to keep all of our bases covered, but
Sure.
making sure that everybody's gone. She's gonna look at Rune and say, he's telling the truth. He doesn't mean for these things to harm anybody intrinsically, but his truth won't mean anything to anybody else who gets these creatures. I'd rather know them, understand them by killing them myself, and be able to put a stop to it should I have to. I'd rather get to know these creatures as intimately as I can through his friendship than say somebody else coming in and doing this for him without asking the same questions we did.
Agreed.
I'd rather know our enemy, and this is the best way to. I don't think he's an enemy. I genuinely think he's just a man of science. Little bit of a control freak, but a man of science nonetheless.
Yeah,
Better to have him on our side and possibly helping us than anything else, though.
Yeah, I I try not to let my temper get the best of me. Elaine has worked with me on situational awareness, as she calls it, but it's a bit of a anyway, and she kind of like shakes it off. So what do you think the chance of me getting another thing of ale will be?
I mean, you don't have to get it. I could get it.
Oh, I mean, I didn't want to, I kind of, threaten the guy and then asking for booze. I just didn't really know how to bring that up mid.
Well, then you don't have to. I'll do it.
Mid-sentence, right as you ask for that ale, that halfling you saw earlier. I've been waiting for you to ask, actually, even though all that thinks that's awkward. I'm here for you.
Ruin just takes her hand and just puts it over his mouth. Ale, go get now. She just takes the cup. Bye-bye.
He just nods, disappears.
Hey, Rune. I have an alchemy jug.
Oh, nice. I do too. Just
word.
Yeah. Word.
I have been waiting for that conversation since the beginning.
Matthew. Word.
It is the best. It's simply the best.
This is the most adorable thing I've heard all fucking day.
I just imagine Ryla like looking over and going, word.
Like that was the most Rilo thing you've ever fucking done, Maddie.
I might have to get Robo to gift that.
Like,
I'm probably gonna have to get Robo to gift that specifically.
Word.
Word.
I fucking love that.
I love you so much. So, as you are, those of you, so who's heading upstairs? Satir, Dante, anyone else? Sam and Gus would. Okay. So you are led up the left-hand side stairs and walked right by that large dining room that you were advised of earlier. And just above that, you were led through another set of brown double doors, and you see the outline of a small set of a small lawn with small sets of what appears to be stone pillared like steps with a large not chocolate fountain, a fountain of water at this time, and the sounds of birds, and as you actually see several sets of cardinals and parakeets that are kind of dipping into the fountain and floating and flying around, bathing and whatnot. And there's not like a draft in here. It is, the air inside is very clean, but there's no there's small sets of these globules of light all over this area, but periodically, about every 5 or 6 seconds or so, they glow and they rise up, and you look up, and the night appears in front of you with what you would typically assume is some set of stars, but they seem to be glowing and have some strange clustering about them that is seemingly changing from pink to purple to blue to teal to green, all over this night sky. It's really odd, maybe a little strange.
Trying not to distract myself from the task at hand because
Sure. Not your favorite.
Nope.
And you just hear behind you, plenty of room.
I'll walk out, set it down so I'm far enough away, and give the command word quiet
Certainly.
enough so that so maybe Reese won't hear it. And
Sure. Certainly. Head on in. Grab.
Yep.
The big ass cage.
And start muscling it out.
All right. Yeah, it takes a little while. A few minutes. Anyone doing anything while that's happening? While Satura is inside?
Zakria's mostly just eating her fill before they have to go. Yeah, she's not gonna scoff at free food. Absolutely not.
Certainly. Sure. Certainly.
Samesies.
Rune's grabbed a chair and is just chugging her ale.
Oh, Zakria is still not fucking comfortable enough to sit, so she's literally like standing there, plate here, fork here, just.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, as the outside, this like strange awkwardness of silence, and then the sounds of dragging, eventually, as Satir makes his way back down, and Reese goes, "You can leave it here."
What did Reese say? I didn't hear him.
You can leave it here.
Hey,
No need to drag it downstairs or anything.
it's your beastie. You can have it whatever you wish. And then I'll collapse it back down and put it away.
All right.
Sorry, there's not much more left of it. But that's the best we have.
Yeah, what, if you don't mind me asking more questions before you go, what happened exactly?
I tried to eat Rilo, and I don't like when my friends are in trouble.
Noted.
And that's what happens when my friends are in trouble. At least, not just me.
Yeah, I get it. I really do. All right, cool.
So, just some food for thought.
A warning?
No warning. No warning at all.
All right.
I don't think you need warning if you know what we do.
I think I know a little more than I expected. And he sort of just like waves a hand.
Now, how about the first installment, my friend?
Oh, right. Sorry. And he tosses you reaches in to a small pouch and tosses you a small bag of coin.
Does it feel about right?
1,000 gold?
I'm not sure if that's right.
Zakria?
Zakria renegotiated after the risk
That's
increased
right.
to 3,000 gold for the
That's
one
right.
purchase.
That's right. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, Marisha Ray. So, Clink!
That's a fucking compliment and a half. Whoa, jeez.
It's getting hot in here. So, anyway. So, yep, 3,000.
It feels about right. Bring it down to party leader to make sure. But
Take your time and count it before you go if you need to.
That's her job. I'm just a muscle, if you know what I mean.
With that electricity, I don't know if you're just a muscle.
Kind of looks a little puzzled at that comment and goes, I'm not sure what you mean. But
It was a compliment. And as far as like, did you just stop talking? Just stop.
Okay.
So
I appreciate it. I'll take a compliment whenever I can get it.
that's good. Good. So as he leads you out and back downstairs. So
On the way back down, do we notice? Is there anything else to notice of like? I mean, we passed a bunch of stuff.
a note. Anything to notice of note?
Yeah.
Well, the other doors were closed. So nothing here.
So there's no doors open that I can
There
kind of like glance
are-
in.
The only thing I forgot to mention was there are two large birdhouses on either side. But nothing of note other than that in this particular chamber.
Is there anything in the birdhouses, or just general birds?
Between the fountain and the birdhouses, there's like a bit of a traffic jam of birdness. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
But nothing that strikes a chord or fancy for you.
Okay.
More than likely. Other than a very large, one thing I had to mention was a very large macaw, like larger than all the other birds, is sitting in the left-hand side birdhouse. But that's about it. So, unless there's any objections, as you all head back downstairs, gathering together. Reese just goes, and is interrupted very quickly by his wife, Ms. Vari. Thank you all for a lovely morning and an early afternoon. I was quite eventful, and I must say, very entertaining. So,
You're a very
don't
gracious host.
thank you, dear. But keep in mind, if ever you want an incantation for an addition, it doesn't have to be a syrup fountain. It could be something else. If you have something else in mind, I could certainly assist with that.
Like a cheese fountain?
Sure, if that's of interest to you.
Okay.
Man. I went Western there for a minute.
Ma'am, Madam Miss Vari.
Wow. Oh.
Good day.
Tip your hat.
Yep.
Fuck, where's
Exactly.
Horace when you need him?
I know. Sean, come back. We miss you.
Right? I do declare. I was going to say, I think you broke our little friend with all that. The fountain sweets. Because both Rilo and Sam really seem to like it.
Yes, when we became married, I though I do, don't make me wrong, fully invested in love and all of that, but I wanted something, a bit of an addition of my own, so he can have all the fun.
With that, another insight check, please.
Please do.
That would be a dirty 20.
She is making a joke.
Kind of figured as much.
Yeah, she's just fucking fun. So,
nothing when it came to. I'm trying to get a bead on the difference between the static moment and this.
Yeah, the difference is like you locked in on her words. The problem that's missing is the intent.
Okay. Interesting.
The meaning behind the words is missing. So, but you do hear the static again. So, and he waves a hand, and you see a large purplish circular enclosure portal like substance open where Rune was looking for a door.
Oh, hey Rune, it's time to go.
And they sort of stand hand in hand in front of you. Well, whatever it is you're up to, as always, good luck.
Thank you, and yeah, we'll be in touch.
Certainly.
We appreciate the hospitality.
Oh,
and she goes, "You made sure to get a few things to go, yes?"
such delicious hospitality. Thank you.
All right, good. Just making sure. It's a quick cleanup, so it's fine either way. And assuming, unless there's anything else, you are muted, Rune.
So we have to walk through this. We have to walk through the door. We can walk through this door.
Yep.
So I think like Rune, like she gets up, like she's done with her else, like she gets up, like and like heads toward the door, but like as she like gets halfway there, she like stops, turns around, just goes, and just walks backwards.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
that a
remember the
goodbye?
hand puppet thing?
Oh.
Oh.
I honestly would not fucking get in between her and her temper. So,
I think I already have.
well, have a good evening. I'm just crazy to turn and leave.
It's still morning. And you
And
go.
the evening is
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you.
And anybody else with a decree or mic drop before you walk through? I didn't think so. So, as you are shunted back through this planar space and back to the material plane and Okeechobee proper, we're going to take a break.
Hey.
Sweet.
What?
Man, that was fascinating. Interessante. So, we'll be back with, I assume, I never plan things because they always do something different than I want them to. Tell me you run a TTRPG stream without telling me you're running a TTRPG stream. And with the rest of our Okeechobean time before heading south to the city of Capitol, the capital of the Commonwealth of Lobra, perhaps. Or, we'll just eat some food tomorrow. Who knows? You got to find out. So be back in a minute.
See you a few.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all are so dorks.
And we're
But
back.
in the best way. Welcome back, everybody. So, after that very impactful, chaotic, magical brunch, we return to just outside of Brass Tacks Tavern and Inn, as our lovely peacekeepers once again return to Okeechobee for perhaps the last time for a while. So, as we pick up from there, Zakria.
Oh, they're mixed up. Crap.
What's mixed up?
I didn't know. Oh. Okay. It's all good.
Okay.
I got it. We're good.
Oh,
And
that's fun. It happens. Anywho, so
I'll fix it.
a very familiar dark shape pops up from your armor as Inaron pops up and flies up onto your shoulder. So I've been thinking
Okay.
you all are headed down south now, right?
Yeah. For the time being.
No one's really told your weird froggy friend that you're not coming back anytime soon. And there's still my dad to deal with. So I should probably go at least tell him.
You're willing to do that for us?
Yeah, plus being on the road with y'all sounds very not appetizing.
You think it'll be more appetizing hiding from your father in the woods than hanging out with us on the road?
At least more entertaining.
That's fair enough. We're not taking care of your dad. This issue is just a little more pressing.
Yeah, I get it.
So long as you're not in any danger.
I mean,
You're pretty dangerous yourself, let's be fair.
that reminds me. What happened to my brother?
Rilo happened to your brothers, if I'm correct. Your brother took out Pepper. We didn't take kindly to that. You fuck with the pseudo dragon, you fuck with us. So, kind of the
Alright.
collective us happened to your brother.
That seems to be a pretty common peacekeeper thing. He's not trying to hide this, by the way. Like, he's saying this in front of everybody. All right.
Yeah, we're kind of ride or die.
That's fair. All right. This is getting kind of weird, so I'm going to go.
Do you mind if I ask Eneron before you leave? If that is truly what was important to you?
What was important to me?
Asking about your brother. Was that important to you? Does that change our relationship? Because as far as I am concerned, we are allies still. We're not
I don't
allies
think
with
it
your
does.
brother, who's a different person.
We're all right. It just I just didn't know, and I didn't think to ask until recently. If I'm being very honest, it's because Mom contacted me. Nothing bad.
I hope
She
she's
never
well.
really checked in with me before, so it got me thinking about what I'm doing, hiding inside your armor.
Fair enough.
Don't get me wrong. Not really the honorable type. Don't really give a shit about that stuff.
No, but if you want to be your own person, there's no harm in that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's real cozy in there. All right. And he...
We'll see you.
Yep. Flies off. And just a small shape in the overcast sky. And disappears into the day. Sam just kind of like salutes and like Gus just grabs his hand.
No.
Does anyone else find that a little odd?
More than a little odd.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it's just like that thing where, like, you know, if you leave like something in like something else, it begins to like smell and taste like that thing, you know? So like maybe Enron just like been hanging out with like good people for like long enough that he's just like starting to like smell and taste good. I don't know.
I wonder if there's more going on back in Tavalia than we know.
It's really starting to feel that way.
So, armor.
Armor.
Oh,
You got money.
yeah.
Yeah. How much did he give us, Sator?
I believe it was the 3,000 we were promised.
Awesome.
And I'll hand a sack of the gold to you.
All right. Mom's got the party funds.
So you're headed to Griffin's Emporium Scratched Out Shop?
Yep. I'm looking for it in my notes also.
I have it. You were waiting on a +1 plate and a chain shirt of acid resistance. Standing offer was 7,500 gold.
Hey. So we're still a little short. All right, so let's see.
Well, I would concentrate on your stuff because, like, I'm not even proficient in a chain shirt.
No, but we did give the materials for the chain shirt. We'll see what we can do.
I believe I told you that you do.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the mithril shit.
Oh, like the elven chain where it's like,
Yeah.
You know, okay.
I think that's exactly. I think I just wrote. I didn't write the elven chain part. I wrote the chain shirt part.
Okay.
It's elven chain of acid resistance.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, that makes more. Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it. So.
Oh, right.
Anyway. But are we still short on funds?
Yeah,
Okay.
we need about 45k more. I'm sorry, 4,500 more gold.
Because what are we trying? What are you trying to do with this money?
I had some armor commissioned a while back.
Okay.
Yeah, just something to give us an edge. Something
Gotcha.
for me and Rilo, but if we only get one, won't be that bad. What?
How much do you think an alchemy jug's worth?
I don't know the first thing about items that are Arcana based.
Oh, right.
Spent a lot of time away from magic, Rilo. You're kind of our specialist here. Unless
Right.
Dante can provide some 2 cents.
Are you there, Dante? Bueller?
Not enough to get both pieces.
Well, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I can't do that. I could sell a spell scroll.
You could, but
Because, it's a 7th level spell, and you know how long it's going to be before I can cast 7th level spells, safely? So, me trying to cast this, there's potential, it could get really fucked up. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a thought. But, I don't know. There's something here. I don't know. I want to get rid of it because I think there's something else that the game is trying to do with this thing, and I don't know what. Okay. Well, I don't want to give up the Amulet of the Plains, though. I don't want to do that. It's kind of a get out of fuck card, you know?
As you're having this conversation, you, by the way, just because it's really funny, are you still in the stables? Have you walked back inside at this point? Where are we right now? Are we in the room? What's the sitch?
Well,
I think we were basically walking and talking on the way to the armorers.
You see a Zakaria, you specifically, as you're all walking and talking, near the commerce district, as you're heading towards it, there's a small crowd that is gathering. And as the chants continue around freedom and tearing down the barrier, this is not new to any of you. What is new is there is a kind of collection of a crowd that doesn't seem to walk around you, seems to walk kind of through you. And specifically you, Zakria, are bumped a little bit. Pardon me, my lady. And then the crew just continues to walk forward.
Zakria's going to immediately check all her pockets.
I was going to say, with my passive perception of 24, did I see him take anything or them take anything?
You didn't see them take anything. You saw them add something.
To add something to Zakria?
Dante did see this. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a 22. Would I see?
Yeah.
Would I have seen
Sator,
it?
you would have seen it too. Yep.
I'm going to kind of look at Sator.
Dante. Yeah, I saw 2.
I got a 8.
An 8. Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing's gone. That's all she's checking for.
Nothing's gone.
Okay.
I'm gonna get close to Zakria. And
Yes.
let just be still. Trust me. And I'm going to, where I saw them put this, I'm going to grab it and see what it is.
Yep. So you reach into a side kind of satchel, kind of clip to the armor, and you take out a small it's like the consistency of wrapping paper, and it's like a piece of parchment that's folded and put into a bow.
I'll open it.
You open it up, and a small golden disc kind of falls out onto the ground, onto the cobblestone. And it is kind of a off green in color. And the note itself says, I know you know that I'm serious, but I want to make sure to show you in common.
I'm tracking the people that walk through us to see where they go.
Make a perception check.
I will pick the shiny up.
Okay.
And look at it.
Okay.
Would I have clocked now, like seeing like how Dante and Satora are acting? Would I have clocked they've like kind of started acting a little differently?
Yep. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Dante's not making it. Dante's not making it unobvious. He's very different.
And the second Dante did what he's doing, I would have turned and looked, and it was a 16.
You turn around. There's no crowd. There's the crowd that is protesting, but that group is gone.
Guys, what's going on?
Is it signed by anyone, Jacob?
No. You look inside the off green, and you see all, like, it looks to be the area. It's like a you look inside of it and it begins to glow, and you all see this there's this flash of green light, and similar to you've seen a few items that show off like an image. This one's fairly small, and it shows a still form with a cloak of green, elvish features, bald, with a large great sword in their middle. And you recognize it as that detective that was looking for Bradshaw.
With a greatsword in him? Like stuck in him?
Well, hold on, wait. I need to concentrate. He's being like impaled with the greatsword?
Not being.
Or he
they were. They are still on the ground. There's a chair in the background. Where it is it's very dark. But yeah.
Does this mean anything to y'all?
That's a message from Bradshaw.
The guy we were talking to or beforehand?
Not today.
The goblin. Or
your former employer. Or client, I should say.
Client. I didn't, like I said, wasn't a whole lot of interacting going on when we were together, but I didn't really get a great vibe from him.
Well, this is what happens if people don't follow what he says. If this is true, because I'm guessing this can be faked, right?
To be fair, though, you do recognize the greatsword.
Whose greatsword is it?
Churchill's.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Could you describe the situation to me one more time so I have it clear for my notes?
Sure. It's a still form, probably a body now, of the detective that was looking for your help to locate Bradshaw shortly after your initial confrontation with him. And in their back on the ground is Trisho's great sword, and there's a small chair in the background. And the area around it is dark with no light other than the light that is on this still form.
Well, I'm honestly not sure what to make of this.
It would be a threat if this is true. Plain and simple.
That's not my point. We had Bradshaw's confidence that he'd wait to do anything drastic. This counts as drastic.
Well,
But-
I think,
But to a man like him, drastic, it's not drastic toward anything but protecting himself.
This is not drastic to him. This is a threat to us. Proving a point.
That what he would
to keep our,
kill your
keep our
enemies, or
part, keep
No, this was a threat. It was a threat to him, and this is pointing out a point to us that it'll happen no matter what. We need to make that go. Can someone cover that so no one sees it?
Dante will tuck it away.
Yep. As soon as you're not looking directly at it, it shimmers and disappears.
Which brings me to my next point. If he's willing to be this drastic, you don't have time to go to the capital.
What do you propose we do?
Something you're not going to like.
Let's not be vague and just say it outright, shall we?
Turn me in.
No. It's not on the docket. We're going to the capital. We have time. We have barely enough time, but we have time.
I mean,
we
look, I
said we were going to the capital. We talked to him, right? Like,
Yes.
so
but if he's sending us stuff like this, doesn't that feel like, even though he said he'd give us time, he might be getting antsy?
Exactly.
I think we don't have time at all. I think we take it to him. I think we take this directly to him.
what?
Take what to him? What do we take?
Not
You know
ready.
exactly what I mean.
You mean we're going to
We're not
go
ready.
fight Bradshaw? Is that what you're asking? Because he kicked our fucking asses last time.
And that doesn't solve the problem of the wall. Like,
No, it doesn't.
None
solve
of
the
this
problem.
solves our problems to fight Bradshaw.
I know it doesn't solve the problem about the wall. It stops the timer.
Does it?
But this problem at the moment, it would stop the timer, and we could go down and talk to the capital afterwards.
What I'm trying to say, Satora, is does cutting off the head of a worm stop it from wiggling?
No,
Someone
it
else will
slows
just-
it.
Someone else will just fill the vacuum.
Aye, but it takes time for the vacuum to get filled.
and
Time that we could use to go down to the capital.
How much time do you think that takes? With Churchill already maybe having used her sword to do this?
And
We can't even confirm that that was Churchill.
the last time you almost died, Sator.
If he's this close, he's not gonna wait.
He promised he would.
Made a deal.
We made a fucking deal.
We're gonna keep our end of the deal. He's gonna keep his end. And if he doesn't, then we'll deal with them. But he's getting pushy.
Look,
I promised I would follow you, and I will. And I'm not happy about waiting. But
Look.
we need to move. We need to go.
we do need to go. We're gonna get our shit. We're gonna go. Rilo, do you need your armor?
No, it's fine.
We'll get what we can and we'll go.
Yeah, I can wait.
Conversely, I know we did not leave on the best foot with Reese, but we could potentially ask if they have a way of getting us to the capital expeditiously. Or I can try going back to ask our gold dragonborn friend if they have a way to the capital expeditiously. We have options, we have avenues that we can at least ask.
Well, we could. I think I could get us there if we were leaving from like Reese's mansion, you know.
We'll give it a shot. We can ask Reese. You have the ways to contact him. We can go talk to our gold dragonborn. We need to first get this armor. I would like my plate armor, if we don't mind, please.
No, yeah.
First.
So let's do that. Let's contact your friend, and then you know.
And then Zachariah just continuing to walk to the armory. And then I'm thinking, we get there to the capital. We do our best to convince the Seven. And if we get nowhere, instead of wasting time traveling back, if the king is still in town, I can ask him for a paper bird to send word. That gives us more time to negotiate.
Yeah, paper birds in your room.
Oh yeah, hey, we have a pile of them. We can send a paper bird instead of wasting more time traveling back. We have more time than we think to negotiate this deal. Because he accounted for travel to and travel from.
Right. Okay.
In that contract.
Then we need to move. We still need to move regardless.
We're moving now.
As they're kind of having this conversation, Rune's gonna kind of go off a little bit and going to send a pause scroll. I'm going to send this quick message to Elaine.
Sure.
Urgent. Bradshaw. Dangerous. Move fast. Stay low. Trouble. Call me.
There's a response almost immediately. Bip, 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 bip. Yep, got him. What's a Bradshaw? Is that a name? Noted. Sure. Also, those weird jaguar-looking things popped by again. No, haven't heard anything. All good. Keep you posted. Love you.
We'll deal when I get back home.
Use another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna use another one.
You got 3 left. Just so you know.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna use this one. Like, we'll deal when we get back home. Love you.
I love you so much. Please stop abusing these.
And
I know you care. I know it's because you care.
Yeah.
And I love you very much. And mwah, mwah, mwah.
I just like slightly smile, and it's kind of like take a minute to like collect myself, because this is kind of added an air of danger that I was not.
There's a wave, I'm sure, of emotion, because like these went from like just like really interesting people to just you are wrapped all up in this now.
I think just knowing that Bradshaw was a client, even though I know that Ruin would not have talked about Elaine. She does not talk to people about Elaine, or like even where they live. She keeps a very low profile, but she does understand people who are desperate will do desperate things.
Sure.
So she kind of just like has that thought and kind of just like steals herself and tries to integrate herself back into the group as seamlessly as she can.
Sure. Yeah.
You're all right, Rune.
Were you obvious about stepping aside, or did you try to mask any of that?
I think like when she like seeing that still, it was a very knee-jerk reaction. So like it was very obvious.
Yeah, she just sidestepped over and yeah.
Okay.
As you're walking, no big deal. So yeah. So awkward or not, you all heading to go shopping. No. And for the sake of brevity, he will actually he'll because it was 7,500 for both, which was already a discount.
Mm-hmm.
But however, let me check something really fast. I tell you what. You want the +1 plate now?
If you don't mind.
All right. Oh, and I forgot because Rune's not been here yet. So this shop is initially very bare. There's nothing but like empty, large blue shelves, and as the mention of armor, they're like on the fifth shelf, second what's the word? Like the second from the top. There is a loud and there's a set of beautiful plate armor. This is I want you to describe what a custom set of plate armor would look for you.
So Zakria's never not worn the black, teal, and gold before.
Yeah.
This set of armor would be a strong deviation from it. It would lend itself more to like a way heavier version of the because her dress was armored, the heavier version of her armored red dress. So it's red and copper, but not like a new copper. Like the copper's got like that twinge of rusty green to it. Leafy pattern, like because hers still connected to her nature spirits. So it's got a nice fiery grassy vibe to it.
And there it sits on the shelf.
How much for just this +1 plate?
You can go ahead and take it for $12.50.
All right.
Really the majority of the spending and the research and all of the accoutrement, if you will, was for the elven chain.
I understand. If we do get more funds, we will be back for it, but I do understand if you have to sell it if somebody comes along.
How long do you think you'll end up being?
We're kind of broke all of the time, so there's no really guarantee.
Oh, well,
It's not
that's
reassuring, I know, but
Good, curious though. Do you know much about like other magical items and their worth?
Yeah, of course. By the way, for Rune's perspective, they're talking to this older, pretty stout-looking drow, and with a large kind of like purple cloak, and a bit of a mess of stark white hair, and namesake of said emporium, scratched out shop. And did you have something in mind? Maybe did you want me to, forego the sort of deposit for something else?
Well, no, it's just like because I've got a couple things that I want to kind of like maybe.
Oh, you want to barter?
Possibly,
All right.
because, yeah. So I have. Let me see. I have an
Your adventuring types are so fucking weird. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we are super weird. Oh, is this? Let me see. It's gonna be. But it would. Okay. No, never mind. I'm okay.
All right. Start and stop. So that's all right.
Yeah. No, thank you. But yeah, we'll be back for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Totally cool. Didn't
I think.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just riddle me this. Will it be like a few weeks, month? You're not gonna all die tomorrow or something, right?
Oh, we're not gonna. Well. Oh.
let's not say that. We don't know. We're on a mission. Shit's gonna get weird.
We're adventurers.
Yeah. Okay. And like you can tell, like he's like a little upset about it. But he's okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you have to sell it, we understand.
Yeah. If you have a buyer, dude, cover your bases and take care of yourself.
I'll try really hard not to.
We do appreciate that.
But it's cool.
Okay. Well, see you hopefully soonish.
Okay.
Does anyone know Elvish?
Nope, just Sylvan.
Nope.
Let me check.
Satir. Fantastic.
Yes, I do.
Got it. As you all walk out, so is it just Satir? So I love that so much. So as you walk out, you just hear kind of under his breath, it's just like they were supposed to fucking come back with money. So close to retirement. Ah!
Uh,
I was 2 days away from retirement.
This is my best work.
So here's the thing. Like.
in Elvish back as we leave, I say, maybe in 2 days we'll be back. Next time.
He just looks at you.
It's really coming from a half orc.
He just like. What were you saying, Rilo?
Oh, hold on. I'm yeah, because I'm looking at the math here, and Elven Chain and the because it is medium armor. Like it's not like it becomes light armor, right? Like I don't get the full dex bonus from it, right? Like I would.
Yes, you do.
Well, okay. Like Well, then it would be an improvement. Okay, I keep doing. Oh, all right, I'm so confused. All right. Okay.
Plus, Elvin Shane, you are considered proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor anyway.
No, I know. But it's the dex bonus, because like I normally get a +4, but like in medium armor you only get up to like +2 normally. So, like it wouldn't, it would be that thing where like I wouldn't have,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the math.
Okay. All right. So then
I would like to remind you that I have a wizard, thanks to you, that has an armor class of like 19. So yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. So then I think I miscalculated something. I'll be right back. And I'll go talk to the guy.
Okay.
How much for like?
Oh, you're back.
I've got an alchemy jug, and how much would that be worth? I don't know.
An alchemy jug?
Probably not much, right?
Have you been utilizing it?
Not really.
Okay. Well, you show it to him?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks to be in pretty good working order. I could probably get this off your hands for about 200 gold.
Oh, okay. What about a 7th level spell scroll?
What kind of 7th level spell scroll?
Prismatic spray.
What? What?
Yeah.
You have a... Where did you get such a thing?
From a king.
What are you? What? From a king?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm an
I don't...
adventurer.
stranger things I have heard. Fine. That's quick math. 1,000 gold.
Oh. Huh. It's worth more than that.
It's 1,500. Final offer there.
So carry the one. Thing. Oh, we're still short, aren't we? All right. We'll be back.
After all that, I can't.
It's all I
You
got,
just...
man. I'm trying.
You won't me, son.
Sir,
You won't me.
Sir. I am trying here to make the world a safer place for everyone, and I'm just doing my best here.
So Gus is right behind you. How much are we short?
Well, I guess we had 3,000, and we only paid that, and then I can get about 1,700 for the 2 items. Carry the one. Oh, my brain. Oh. Somebody.
So he goes, Zakria, can we get help with math?
Oh,
We need help with math? Okay. Sure. What's going on?
okay, I can get 1,700 for the scroll and the alchemy jug. So how much are we short?
I've got a little over 2K.
So 37, and we need to pay. What we're paying 6 something.
Yeah, about 6 something.
Okay. So we're about 20 something hundred short. Yeah.
Yep.
Darn.
Okay.
Dante's
about-
gonna lay a staff of healing on the counter. How much for this?
Oh! My goodness! Would you mind if I just hold? I haven't seen one of these in quite some time. 10,000 at least.
Whoa.
Done.
Dodgy. Oh, man.
And you see Sam like he has a pearl in his hand. He just goes,
Oh.
Holy shit,
I think-
Dante.
I think I owe you some change, yes?
You do. Give it to the fiery redhead. And Dante's gonna walk out the building.
Walk back outside.
Oh, okay.
I
You said
believe.
10,000.
Yeah.
Well, then,
It's
yeah.
very-
well,
This is very, very rare.
Yeah.
I can't believe I have not seen one of these.
In Elvish, I'll speak to him and say, "So much for retirement."
He's just like he's just moving around. He is like he's so old. And you see him like, and there's almost like a concern as he throws the staff of healing, and it seems to impact with one of the shells and just disappear completely. And he reaches under and produces eventually, after counting, a small bag of what I believe to be 3,500 gold pieces for the difference.
Okay. Can I offload this chainmail to them? And Zakri is going to gesture to the armor, the dingy old fucking armor. What the hell do I need this for? You made me a really nice piece. Can you-
I could probably break it down.
We could always throw it in the pack.
We could, sure.
I would
If
always
it's-
hold on to it just in case something happens. You know.
I'm sure. I'm sure the king will have nicer armor for me some other day. So
That's the DM will remember that. Amazing.
Oh.
So who's outside with Dante right now?
I walked out after I offered the pack to stuff it in,
Okay.
and then I walked outside with Dante.
Okay. So what's happening outside? And by that I mean I'm gonna go to the bathroom and talk amongst yourselves.
That's fair.
Dante, what did you throw on that table?
Something insignificant, unneeded.
I thought that shopkeeper was going to have a heart attack. It must not have been insignificant with the reaction he gave.
It served its purpose.
Fair, I suppose. I mean, I don't know what it was, but it sure made him happy. He sure is best served at the moment for throwing it away like that.
I can do what I could do.
I mean, it is your stuff, but I just... Thank you. I know that Rilo is here and needed the protection. I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you probably know.
It's what you do for friends.
Aye, that it is. That it is. And I'll just turn and look to the street and see what's going on.
Sure.
Jacob, the whole time he is talking to Sator, he is constantly looking about.
Certainly. So, back inside, Any other business to handle?
No. Wow.
Yeah, things escalated pretty quickly. Yeah.
So quickly. I'm so confused. Okay. Thank you. I need to go. And
Yes, me too.
I was gonna scoop up the elven chain and run out the door, and misty step to where I appear with my arms wrapped around Dante
Amazing.
at his chest because he's super
Aw.
tall and I'm very small.
Bless.
And I'm just holding on and yeah. Thank you, friend.
Aww.
You're welcome.
I think Ruin's gonna like finally come outside and just kind of like she's still kind of like has that like bewildered like because money's a thing for her and she's like 10,000
Yes. Just mouthing it continuously over and
It's-
over again.
like that number is like so like she's just like and she kind of like looked at Dante and then she like looked back and she's like
With Rilo still hanging around Dante's shoulders, Zakria's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and just I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't have to thank me. You take care of your friends.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, let's. Oh wow. You know, I look really nice. Like, when it's my folks. Looks nice.
Aye, now that our two heavy hitters are protected, should we go back to the room, grab our gear, and find a way down?
Yeah.
Rune, are you still planning to go with us?
kind of too late to turn back now, I'd say.
How much gear do you have in the house at the inn?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said, how much do you have at the inn? Just a few
Not much.
things like us.
Yeah, a staff and a couple of things here and there.
Aye. Then we'll grab everything, toss it in the keep, and head out. With some plan.
And for the sake of brevity, as you, Clayton will sort of check in with all of you and make sure all is well, and please leave us a 5-star review, and all that stuff. Because if you recall, you essentially had a free week, so you don't have a ledger to resolve, or is that the right word? No bill.
Invoice.
Anyway, words are hard. So you are free to head out of town. You've got your wagon and your lizard. Unless there's anything else.
We're gonna try to contact the Dragonborn, Zakria.
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
Let's store our gear. We'll store it all into the keep, and then we'll contact everybody to find out how we're getting out of here.
Yeah, this is gorgeous armor. I'd frankly like to change. I'm not looking forward to when I go back to work and have to put on that teal again. So,
Okay. So we'll have everything deployed into the keep, and then we'll do everything that we need to do, just for the sake of brevity.
yeah. So we head out of town, get that set up.
That way you guys
Okay.
can change into the other armors.
Oh, I see what
All
you
right.
mean. Get out of town so we can set up the thing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you head out, taking the dirt road down south, and right on the edge of the green and yellow grasslands, there is a bit of wind that begins to pick up. It's been fairly temperate the last several days. It's beginning to get a little bit chilly. You're in the midst, as a reminder, you're in the middle of fall right now. And there are, every now and again, you'll run into a crunchy leaf or six as you make your way outside of the city. So, as you do that,
as we pass through the poor district, the Po district, what's
Yep.
the temperature feeling like as we pass through?
make a perception check.
I'm sorry, Jacob. You said it's late fall.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
That would be a math is tough. 22.
22. It's odd. It's never been more quiet than it is right now. Whether that's because things are put on pause after that attempted Molotov cocktail attack, or if that is just planning for what's next, calm before the storm, is really uncertain. For what it's worth, it doesn't make you feel any better.
I immediately am gritting my teeth.
Yep. Actually, I forgot to mention one thing, because this is the first time that you've actually traveled directly south from. You've maneuvered around, but something that is interesting or worth noting is that as you leave, you are riding through a collection of small farms. There are crops everywhere, corn, mostly. And as well as some, if you look closely, some other roughage, but worth noting. And the dirt turns into sand as you are now, as to eventually to grassland, depending on when you decide to drop the instant fortress or not. Putting things together, not a big deal.
How are the farms looking? Are they looking like they're falling down and not doing so well, or are they at least seems like they're doing well?
Not super great.
Okay.
Little wilting.
Are there any people like kind of like, not like maybe like blatantly out, but like kind of you can tell they're out and about?
Yeah, there's a few folks that are kind of have like two horses that are like what's the term they're using, like as like a tractor almost to help with
Plowing.
the soil. Yes. Yeah, there's a few folks. It's pretty sparse though. It is, but it is also fairly. You'd also probably know that, at least with your experience, like most of that farming shit is like super duper early in the morning, and it's getting towards the one-ish time frame.
Okay.
Yeah, just providing some additional context here. Oops, that's the wrong song. That's better. Anyway. So, as you begin to put the pieces together, Zachariah, you're going to reach out to someone, yes?
Yeah.
Darhar?
Yeah, she's gonna put on her armor, make sure she's settled in it, and then after dropping off everything, she's gonna flip the sending stone in her hand a few times.
Yep.
She's not. I would love to play this out where she doesn't realize that it's kind of like already active, and she's just like mumbling to herself what the fuck to say, and she doesn't realize it's active, that he can fucking hear her, that anything is working. So she's just sitting there like twiddling it in her thumbs, just this. I don't remember if he was going to travel with us or if he was like going to teleport. I don't know if this is a weird thing to ask. Maybe just go right out and ask it. Probably. Like she's just running through all of the motions in her head, thinking she's alone out loud.
He's gonna wait the entire time. And the minute there's longer than, you know how like you wait for the your popcorn's ready when there's longer than a second between pops? Yeah. That's what he's waiting on. He's just like he's just letting you monologue. How long would it go? Minute wise?
It's gonna get to a point where she's just like, I don't know why I'm fretting about this. I should just ask. If I just ask, things will be better. Asking will probably get me to a better, I'll just ask. And then finally it'll stop. And just as she's about to open her mouth, be like, hey.
So, just so you know, that was so much fun to listen to. Thank you for that present.
Okay.
And by the way, if you're thinking, oh my God, did he hear that? Yes. Yes, I did.
Great.
I'm glad you're thinking so much about me, though.
We're in a bit of, not trouble. We need to get somewhere fast. Would you know a way how? I didn't remember if you were coming with us for anything too. We're heading down to the capital.
No, remember I was heading north.
Oh, right.
I was going to meet you eventually down south.
Understood. Yeah. Duh. We just needed a way to get there fast.
I see. Well, I mean, how long? Well, your current trajectory, how long do you think it'll take you?
I'm honestly not sure. Supposed to take a week-ish, maybe 2 weeks to get down there and back.
And if you're pushing it, you could probably do a week if you're on horseback. Probably about 10 days or so, typically.
10
now,
days.
You could. I heard a little birdie told me that there might be a. I don't know why I went Western now suddenly. I blame you, Chris.
I did it. I know. I'm sorry. It happens.
There might be. Jesus, I'm still there. There might be. There might be.
Just a little bit.
I do declare. No. There might be a teleportation circle that I could probably find, but it's simply a rumor. Some sort of agreement as part of the ceasefire, I hear.
Teleportation circle.
Yeah.
That would be stupendous.
But to be fair, you'd be taking a risk because you'd travel all the way up here and it might not even be real, or you might not have access to it, or I don't know.
It's a big risk. I think we've got another option before
Right.
Well, at least another ask before.
All right. Well, do me a favor and forget that to know how these stones work, because man, that's gonna be endless entertainment for a while.
You shut the fuck up. She's gonna put the stone down.
Fair enough.
That was good.
I'm ending this call.
Yep. Beep beep beep. No. All right. So yeah. You got a couple options. You can head north with Darhar. You can head north into the east, where Rilo's teleportation circle might end up being, or you head down south.
I forgot about that.
That's why I said it.
Did the Zakria, does the golem like allow us like to contact Reese, or does it like
Yeah.
just like take us there?
Well, last I put it down, I asked the golem if we could contact Reese, and that's how we were able to set up brunch.
There it is. Okay. All right.
Just place it on the ground and it does this thing, if I can remember correctly, but I think you could probably figure it out faster than I could.
Oh, sure. God, I feel terrible asking. Like, there's so many. Oh God. Oh boy. Yeah, it's okay. I'll pull out the golem and put it down on the ground. Say hey.
There's like a bit of a buzz, and then are you trying to contact Sir Reese and Akrana?
Yes, please. If I could please speak with Sir Reese.
Also, I did overhear Sir Reese and Akrana also activate our compact abilities. Would you like to know more about those?
Yes, please.
And for the sake of brevity, you have access to an iron golem, Maddie. So go ahead and pull up those stats.
Oh, balls. Okay.
Cool.
Shit. Okay.
Actually, did I say iron? I meant I meant stone. Hold on.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Stone golem. Now that I looked it up, I'll just drop it in here. So yeah.
Okay.
Still cool, but not as cool.
It's very cool.
Fairly cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy balls.
So cute.
That's 178 hit points, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's so strong.
Like I said, it's cool, just not as cool as the Iron Golem.
Yes, the CR16 one. You think?
Yeah, that's what he said. When you said the Iron Golem, I was like, what?
Yep. Anyway, so complete combat analysis complete.
Whoa. Okay. Can I talk to Reese, please?
There's a pause. About a minute, a long fucking minute goes by. After an eventful brunch and a nap, yes.
Hey, Reese. It's Rilo here. I'm really sorry for everything today. I think, I don't know, it could have been handled a lot better.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah, I really think so. I don't know. I just a lot of my compatriots, they don't understand. They don't understand powerful magic. They don't understand time and the effort and everything that goes into studying and learning all these things. And I just, you know, I think there's a lot of, you know, they're good people that, you know, just want the best in the world. And, you know, a lot of folks that wield high powerful magic and do that stuff usually have really bad intentions, you know? But anyway, I'm really sorry. So you might be able to kind of confirm something. If
Wait a minute. You weren't calling to just apologize. So you're about to ask me for something?
I totally am. I know I'm awful and stuff, but it's kind of important. We're trying to, you know, like, stop a terrible mass casualty event thing, and we need to get down to the capital ASAP. I have an amulet of planes, and I feel like I could teleport us from your mansion to the capital with the amulet.
So you're asking me to let you in my mansion so that you can utilize a magic item, I suppose, to hope and pray you get to the Capitol.
Yeah.
And we were just arguing about the responsibility around magic. You don't think that this is irresponsible?
Irresponsible? It's...
Yeah, like what happens if it doesn't work? What happens if you hurt somebody?
See, now we are okay. This is odd. See, I thought you would understand like this kind of magic and stuff like that. I thought you'd be kind of digging this vibe and stuff.
I'm being an asshole, Rilo.
Oh, okay. I don't pick up on that very well. I kind of just like see the best in people.
Let's see.
I kind of miss the asshole stuff.
So here's the question, Rilo. Why should I? I don't even know if you're gonna help me at all. I like, who's to say it's even going to work? Why should I bother? After all this, after nearly getting my head punched off just a minute ago, why should I?
Well,
By the way, this is like a conversation that literally everybody can hear, just so you know.
Good. I was just going to ask
I
that.
thought I would be in my room or something. Okay, all right.
You're outside the city. You're not in the Instant Fortress, unless you told me you were in the Instant Fortress. You did not say
I
that.
thought we were going and changing and things like that. You know, like,
That was like forever ago. Like, you're on the road. We're about to be on the road now.
But,
You can say that. You can say that if that was your intent. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying.
That was my intent. Stuff like
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
Because I just
Okay.
Because I wanted to have a conversation with the guy one-on-one. Essentially, was my goal.
Okay.
Because I
That's
felt
fair.
like we,
That's fair.
yeah. Because I felt
That's fair.
I felt like we had like we had a lot of similarities in
Little rapport. Sure.
magic.
Okay,
and
fair enough.
arcana and stuff like that.
Cool.
You know,
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Okay, not gas. Or I'm glad I mentioned it. But I do have to remind you that you do have roommates now.
Oh yeah, I know.
Would you have asked them to walk outside?
No, because Sam and Gus understand magic and everything like that, and you know, like, yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. I just wanted to make sure. All right, continue.
There's nothing I wouldn't say in front of Sam and Gus
I imagine. So yeah, so rolling back, essentially like why, what's in it for me, etc. Why should I bother?
You know, Reese, the only thing I can really say to that is I get you, I respect you, and I like you. And I think we could actually be friends. And I think if you got to know me better, you would like me and respect me. And I think you'd be impressed. And so what I'm getting at is future friend to future friend, I'm asking for a favor.
Make a persuasion check. And I will tell you, the DC is pretty fucking high.
I imagine so.
So.
Okay. 21.
The DC is 21.
Maddie, did you just roll the Zakria dice just for posterity?
Did it
Just for fucking posterity.
natural
I just needed to hear it.
16 on the die.
Yes.
And once more, fam, everybody listening here on the Twitchverse, you can get your Zakria dice.
You can get your automatic success at SoNowhere.com.
You can get them right now. They're right there on the shop, like right there on the front page. You can buy them right now.
I'm nothing if not a good shill, baby.
with 4 short payments of $19.99, and you can also roll like Maddie.
Let mom take care of you too with your own set of Zakria dice.
Gosh, these even have been lucky for me as a DM as well.
It's
So
true.
Oh, that's scary.
So-
Don't be saying that.
Hey DMs, kill your players with your own special set.
Keep that in mind, everybody. So,
It's amazing.
look, Rilo, I don't think that and you hear like a whisper in the background. All right, come on.
thank you. All right, guys.
Don't make me regret it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. And Sam, Gus, let's go.
Oh, okay, where are we going?
We're going outside so we can go.
Okay. All right,
We
cool.
gotta fold up the building and stuff. Like, I just like start running downstairs. All right, guys, let's go. We're going to Reese's and we're gonna planar travel.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are just outside the city, right? So, there is a large path forward down south and there is like a bit of fog as the slope begins to sort of go up a bit into wherever is next. But as is appropriate, it doesn't really matter. But as you are getting things together, you begin to hear the sounds of hoofs and wheels coming from the south, heading towards your direction.
Hoofs and wheels.
Mm-hmm. As you see through the fog, a large, strangely colored red wagon with a large M on the front. And there with in sitting on the wagon is a small female dwarven woman. She's got this cropped, braided white hair, and as she approaches, brown eyes her skin is very weathered, like she's been out in the sun for far too long. And decently tall for a dwarf, about 4 foot-ish, 4 foot and a half or so. And on the side of the wagon, it says McSlorp's food truck. And that is where we're going to pick up in 2 weeks.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. You're not loving it.
Oh, I've been waiting to bring back McSlorps for so long.
Right.
I was talking to Maddie about this clip that I watched with him not having a beard. What I didn't reveal, because I was waiting to do this, was it was the McSlorps clip.
Nice.
Yeah. I have watched that recently, at least a couple times. Yeah. It's one of
Me
those
too.
things, yeah.
So, with that, we will start with the McSlorps food truck, and then perhaps a journey back to recent Anacron's Magnificent Mansion, and then hopefully, if it works, because it might not, a teleportation, maybe, to the city of Capitol, and whatever comes next after that. So once again, as always, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And we're going to go back around, starting with one Dante. No one ever listens to me when I say it's a trap. Jeremy.
Hi, everybody.
Tell people.
I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
Darth Entry on the interwebs. You can find me there. Want to know what I'm up to? Just check out there. We'll see you next time.
Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I'm not doing a whole lot online anymore because busy life is a fun thing, I suppose. But I am doing a Dungeons and Dragons con. You can come up and see me next weekend over Labor Day for a wonderful time. If you're in the eastern side of Montana, Gathering of the Gamers. And if you have the time, come see me.
And
you can find more about it on my link tree, which I'll put in the deets here in a minute, and then or badlandsdnd.com.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Jay.
Oh, hi. Jay. Yeah. Oh my God, I had a brain fart. I don't do a whole lot, but I do the ticker talker at J Court5. And yeah, it's ticker talker. And if you want to be friends on Discord, I go by Big Barda 2022. So, and aside from doing this wonderful game, I also am in a wonderful game with Maddie in Star Trek Solidarity. Are we Solidarity?
Solidarity. Yes.
Solidarity. Watch us do Trekkie stuff.
Amazing. Jess, who, by the way, I have literally a tab open with some city details.
Finally! Cool. Hi, guys, gals, not binary pals and buttholes. It's me. I'm Jess on FreckleSketches everywhere. You can find me here. 3 times every other week. I was trying to figure out how to phrase that perfectly.
Amazing.
3 times every other week. That's on Tuesdays for Ravenloft King of Ravens, Wednesdays for Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos, and for this wonderful game on Sundays. I do a lot of TTRPG content. I am your resident fantasy cartographer. I stream on my own channel. I play video games. We started Cult of the Lamb with me. It's a good fucking time. Nate's trying to beat a video game he can't beat. Sam's over here playing Elden Ring. We're all playing games we're not good at. It's a good fucking time. Watch us fail. You'll enjoy it. Otherwise, I am the official cartographer of Duval Dragons and Pastrana and Utharian Legends. I love making maps. My commissions are open. I'm also available for hire for consultations. So if you like maps and would like a map and don't know how to start that, I can help you do that.
Yay.
Thanks everybody so much for being here. I love you very much.
Yeah. Maddie.
But, no wait, that's right. I'm Maddie, aka SoMattyGameZ. I use he, him pronouns. I am, the guy with the things and stuff. God, so dumb. Anyway, we'll be back
We
here
love you.
tomorrow.
You're not so dumb. You're so smart.
Tomorrow we've got D&D Doctor Where the Fuck, and then Tuesday is Ravenloft King of Ravens, and Wednesday is Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos, and 3 more games of awesomeness I'm very excited about that hopefully won't get canceled like almost all my other games prior to this one. Joe, in the last, I don't know, a lot of games get canceled. It's really sad. Anyway, so check it out right here on SoMattyGameZ channel. Also, I do graphic art and stuff like that. You can see my portfolio, SoMattyGames.work, and you can hire me at ko-fi.com/Matty. And, or you just go to my link pop.com/SoMattyGames for all my links and stuff.
Amazing.
Jake.
And I have been your Duval Master, Jacob Plick, Duvalky Jacob, on the Twitters and the Instas, him of the him Kingdom, as I like to say. You can find me there a lot. My home away from home is the Amphitheater on Twitch. Our new campaign, Tal'Dorei World. I always say, by the way, Maddie, I've said world, almost said World in Chaos like 35 times. It's so bad. Tal'Dorei Fields of Wonder, less chaotic. That's probably not true. We'll see what happens. Premieres on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time over there on the Amphitheater. So come hang out and check us out over there. There's also Fables on Fridays. We're over on Carrion Cover Studios, so you guys definitely check that out. As well as Outcast and Outclass on bi-weekly Thursdays. Our Pathfinder 2e Strength of the Thousands actual play on twitch.tv/waffles maple syrup. The opposite Thursday, so this is coming up to a O&O week. The following week is Blood In, Blood Out, our Blades of the Dark campaign, which is almost over. We only got a couple more episodes over there. That's on the Amphitheater. Of course, Wednesday, Duval's Gaming Journey. That's where I play retro video games and talk into a microphone about how awesome my everything is. So you definitely got to make sure to check that out. But there's also other stuff that I probably forgot. But here's the thing. Here's what's most important. What's most important is that we need to remind you that Black Lives Matter. To stop AAPI hate, if you do see it, that trans rights are motherfucking human rights. That if you do not have a uterus, you don't get to fucking say or do anything about people that have uteruses. And as Maddie likes to say, shut the fuck up. It's not your fucking uterus. And he's right. And as per usual, because I always forget this part, free the motherfucking fucks, yo. Fuck city, baby girl. And if you have the opportunity to, when you do, make sure that you choose some love, because we love that you're here and we're happy to have you around. So, Maddie, who are we going to rave, boo-boo? I said rave. We're going to rave.
Did you say rave?
We're ready.
What?
I accidentally said rave, and so I went with it. You know
okay. Well, I think we're going to go raid Mad Bird Streams. Yeah, I think that looks right. And we're going to do that.
That does look right.
And so we're going to do that. And like Jake said, all the good stuff. And remember that we love you. And, you know.
When in doubt, choose love.
And
And
love,
buttholes.
love your butt.
See ya at
Also
McSlopes in 2
buttholes.
weeks.
Love your butt. Bye.
Bye.
Choose love and buttholes, baby!